Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Stephanie, and if you're new, welcome. I appreciate you guys clicking on this video. Today I've got a story time for you guys. I'm not really 100% sure of what I'm gonna call it, but it's basically about my friendship with a toxic person and how we were friends for at least almost 20 years, give or take, somewhere around there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was like almost 20 years, something like that. So yeah, if I'm looking down or away from the screen or anything, it's because I wrote everything down so I wouldn't forget, because my brain is totally messed up. So if you guys want, I apologize. If you guys want to grab a drink or a snack before we start, go right ahead. Cause it might be a little bit of a long video. I'm not gonna try to do a lot of editing on it. I'm trying to get this done in hopefully one take, but I don't know if my neighbors are gonna cooperate with me for that one, or my husband, who's in the bedroom playing on the PlayStation. So yeah, we might have to do some couple takes for this, because my neighbors can be very loud, and well, the bedroom door is closed. If you can hear that car, that's my next door neighbors. Let's see if they're gonna rev the engine today. I won't be surprised if they do. Yeah. This is what I live with. So I literally paused it for good almost, I might as well say about 3 to 5 minutes, and they're still making the noise, so I'm gonna have to live with it. So for this video, I'm not actually using the person's name. We're gonna be calling her Lilith. I thought it was a pseudonym. Shout out to all my Supernatural fans, or I should say fellow Supernatural fans, because that's where I got the name. Yeah, so we're gonna be calling her Lilith through this, and yeah, let's get started. So I started school when I was 3 years old, because I was born in November of 1994. So I started school when I was 3 in 1997, and I met Lilith at the school. She says that we met before that, but no, we didn't. We met at the school. She was 4 already. Her birthday is in August, so she was already 4 years old. We became best friends. We were inseparable. Like, she would come over to my house every day after school, every day on the weekends, when we were kids. It was great. or I should say when we were little kids, it was great. Then probably in grade 3, I would say. Well, actually in grade 2, I had lost my grandmother. I was 6 years old. And that really hit me hard because she was like, I went to her house every weekend with my mom. She was always coming up every other weekend, or like every couple weeks she would come up and stay with us. So yeah, it was really hard for me because I was really close with my grandma, and that was my mom's mom. And she will come up later, back up in the story later. So I never really noticed this after sitting down and talking with my family and my other friends that were around at that time. They told me that Lilith was very manipulative. It always had to be her way. It always had to be her choices. It always had to be about her. I never really saw that when I was friends with her. Now, since I haven't been friends with her for 4 years, almost 5 years, I see that. I really do. And I can't believe I put my family through that. We went to school together until grade 6. She moved in grade 6, or in the summer going into grade 6. Things were a lot different. I was a lot more happy. I had other friends. I made new friends. I talked to her, but not a lot. So it wasn't really that big of a deal. Until 2009, we ended up at the same high school. And that's when all the shit started again. And it got a lot worse. She joined choir, and it was all about choir. If it wasn't about choir, then it was all about her. She started treating my family like crap. I've got a niece and a nephew. And I used to spend, well, before my niece became, or when she's 19 now, so when she was younger, we used to spend a lot of time together. And unfortunately, Lilith kind of tried to worm her way in between me and my niece. Any ideas that I had were always dumb or stupid, or my problems were unimportant, or were not important, sorry. And she would use me for things. Because her family wasn't in the best situation, so she would always be over at my house, always eating at my house, and all that type of thing, all that stuff. She would get me in trouble with my other friends, saying stuff like I said something about a friend when I never said anything. Or she got me in trouble with teachers because we were supposed to be doing a project for school, and she would take the work I did, put her name on it, and not put mine on it. So saying that I didn't do the work. I didn't know if I was actually gonna put this in here or not, but yeah, I think I'm going to. She actually owes my mom money for concert tickets that my mom bought, and she told my mom she would pay her back. She never did. She owes my mom for 2 concerts that we went to together. Oh, and she wouldn't have went to any of the concerts that she got to go to if it wasn't for me. She's went to see My Chemical Romance before they broke up. She's seen Avenged Sevenfold, 3 Days Grace, Seether, Bullet for My Valentine. All those Avenged Sevenfold, Bullet for My Valentine, Seether, and 3 Days Grace were at Uproar Festival the same year. We went and saw Green Day together. Pretty sure that's it, I think. But yeah, my mom bought the ticket for her to go see Avenged Sevenfold at Uproar Festival, and she paid for the Green Day ticket too. So yeah, and my mom will never see that money. But yeah, that's what I was meaning, like she used me for crap. Like, those concerts were all in Toronto. Excuse me. My family paid for the hotel room. Oh, excuse me. My mom drove us, and we paid for food. So yeah. I could never have my own opinion on anything. It always had to be her opinion on whatever happened. She was actually a hypocrite. Because I was friends with someone that Lilith didn't like, and something happened where something happened between that friend and me, and we weren't friends anymore. And the minute we weren't friends anymore, Lilith became friends with that person. But keep in mind, Lilith didn't like said person when I was friends with them. I love the bands Papa Roach and Simple Plan. I took my cousin with me to go to Sarnia Bay Fest, because for those of you that don't know, we live in Canada, and we live in Ontario, Canada, and Sarnia is a part of Ontario. And yeah, I decided I wanted to take my cousin with me, who's like a little brother to me, and she got mad at me for it, saying that I was a bad friend because I took my cousin with me instead of taking her. Oh, she, at this, Cody and I had been just dating. We just started dating. Maybe a couple months into dating. And, I wanted to spend time with him. And I honestly forgot that we had made plans. Well, she got mad at me for it and told me that if I'm gonna blow her off, that I can't be her friend anymore. So I apologized and I took her out to Tim Hortons and we got coffee and all that, and it made up for it. Next time that we made plans to hang out, she blew me off to spend time with her boyfriend. And then got mad at me again because I got mad at her. Yeah. I'll let that one sink in. You guys good? Alright, let's continue. But for me, the icing on the cake would have to be getting a message from her on November 12th. Or was it November 13th? No, it would have been November 13th. Because of the fact that it was my sister's friend's birthday. And this was 2015 or 2016. I think it was 2016. Yeah, it was 2016. And Lilith decided to message Cody, basically saying that she will beat him up, or beat the crap out of him, were her exact words, because he took me away from her. Basically like she owned me. Then she also proceeded to send a message to me telling me that I was a horrible friend, that I didn't deserve to have a best friend like her, that I was acting like a bitch, and that that this is the part where I was telling you that my grandma would be brought up again. She messaged me and told me that my grandmother would be ashamed of me, knowing full well that I am still not over her death. To this day, right now, I am 26 years old, and I am still not over her death. I haven't seen my grandmother in 20 years. And it hurts every single day. And for her to bring that up and tell me that my grandmother would not be proud of me, that broke me. I literally had a breakdown at my mom and her boyfriend's house. And it took my mom sitting there and holding me to get me to stop crying. Sorry about that. Then it continued on, and she said that she wanted to beat me up because I left her. Which at this point I'd stopped being her friend about 2 months before this, because she got into hard drugs and drinking, and she would come to work all stoned out. The guy that she was seeing was a complete idiot. I'd like to say some more words, but I'm pretty sure YouTube might have a few things to say about that. Yeah, she didn't care. She thought it was fun. But I don't think it's fun. I don't mind people doing drugs. Like if they smoke weed, cool. I don't mind that. But when you're starting into the harder drugs and you're coming to work stoned out of your mind or so hungover that you look like you're gonna fall or that you're white as a ghost, you've got something wrong. And she knew that I didn't like drugs and all that. She knew that. And yeah, maybe I should have talked to her about it, but she's never listened to me before, so why would she listen to me about that? So I cut her out of my life. So the next day, which would have been November 14th, which is my birthday, Cody and I went to the cops because she lived, at this point in time, she lived down the road from me. Or she lived 2 blocks away from me. She knew where I lived. She knew how to get into my apartment. And I was terrified. So we went to the cops. She started to try going through my family and other friends to get to me, and started telling them lies, even though I'd already told them the truth. And so they basically cut her out too. Basically, I guess the moral of this story is that she never liked when I had a boyfriend. She would always stick her nose in, and she always had to give her approval. And sorry, that was my headphones. Yeah, she always had to give her approval, and I stopped caring. And now I'm married to the last boyfriend that I had. We've been together for almost 7 years. It'll be 7 years in September. We've been married for 2, or almost 2 years. Again, in September, we'll be married for 2 years. And honestly, I'm happy. I am really happy with the friends that I have, my family. I don't need people to try and put their nose in my business or try to tell me what I can and cannot do. So yeah, I guess that's the story of how I got rid of a toxic person in my life. Leave a comment down below if you've had the same problems with toxic people. Don't forget to hit the like button, and don't forget to hit subscribe and make sure the notification bell is turned on so that you'll be notified every time I post. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. I'm still working on the favorite YouTubers series. That was a lot of work. I didn't think it'd be this much work for that series, but apparently it is. So yeah, I will see you guys. I don't wanna waste what's left.